Hey guys, Gamer Gregor here, and it's been a second. It's really been a couple years here. Just had a lot of things come up in life that got in the way. But now I'm back, and I really wanted to come back to do this response. I've been watching Games is Lit, and he did this great video where he talked about games that changed his life. And I just wanted to do a video response to that. I have a couple other videos that I have in mind also, kind of related. This particular video is going to be a direct response to that and just kind of addressing that. Games that changed my life, because I thought it was a good kind of thread, and if anybody else wants to do one too, I think it'd be great to see from a lot of different people, what kind of games they think would change their life or have like a big impact. So I'd be really curious to see that, and I thought just maybe it'd make an interesting video. So first one I have over here is Need for Speed High Stakes. See if I can get that in the camera there. See if it'll focus on it. And it was a game for the PlayStation 1. The PlayStation 1 was really my first console, and some of the earliest memories I have are from the PlayStation 1. I remember playing this game with some friends of mine, my buddies. What was so fun about this game was you could actually race for like pink slips, like your car, and I wish that was a concept they'd bring back, because back here, they didn't have any customizations or anything like that. So it'd be really nice, like, to do it now, with the new customizations and everything. That'd probably be a lot more fun. But back then, I just really remember that being like, a real fun thing that you could, get with your friends and race for, these cars you won, and it was your real prize cars, and that was just a real fond memory for me, and a game that really had a big impact. That I remember playing, almost on a daily basis. Another game that had a big impact was Spyro the Dragon. Well, really, Spyro Rypto's Rage is, this is the first one I had, was Spyro. I don't know if it'll focus on the lenticular cover there, but yeah, or not lenticular, but holographic. This was one of the first games I played. I didn't really have much in the way of console before the PlayStation. I had a Game Gear, but I didn't have any home consoles before that. I didn't have an NES or anything like that. So being one of the first games that I really experienced, it was just a big deal to me. And it's still, I think it holds up really well. I wish they'd remaster these the same way that they're remastering the Crash Bandicoot series. I think that'd be really great. So that was another one right there, Spyro the Dragon. Also PlayStation 1. The next one I have that really was impactful was Twisted Metal 3. And I know Twisted Metal 2 is really seen as kind of the pinnacle of these games, the Twisted Metal games. But to me, 3 really has the fonder memories. I used to play this with my buddies Brian and Andrew every day, after school through, I guess, from when we were about 5th grade through about junior high, 7th, 8th grade, something like that. And I just really have a lot of fond memories of Twisted Metal 3 and 4 and all the Twisted Metals, honestly, but this was the one I think really we played the most, and it had some issues. It had a lot of issues with its story, but mechanically it was a lot of fun, especially if you're playing with your friends, So that had a big impact on me. It really, these are games that made me want to made me want to pursue that in some deeper way. And yeah, so another one I remember playing almost every day for quite some time was PlayStation 2. It was Need for Speed Underground 2. And I still, to this day, this is my favorite Need for Speed. I just remember the open world had a big impact on me, and just the fact you could, it felt like you were part of this thing. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a later video with Grand Theft Auto. But this game was very, personal to me and my life. So that's why I'm added it to this video. The first PlayStation 2 game I got, or at least one of the earliest ones I got, was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. And this is a fantastic game. I know 2 gets all the credit usually, but really I think 3 is kind of the pinnacle. I haven't really delved into 4, it might be good too. But I remember having a slumber party with me and my friends, and was over at my friend Brian's house, and we did this thing where we would skate a level past the controller, and so we'd stay up all night until we beat the game. And I remember just those kind of memories with this game, and it was really impactful and meaningful to me for that reason. Last up here, I'm not as much anymore, but I was a big WWE wrestling fan, and I'm still a fan of games. I get them every year, but this is the one that really started me on that journey, I guess you could say. It's SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, and I just thought the way this was done, it was really well done. The stories were compelling. You won the titles, you actually felt like you had worked for them and won the titles, you know what I mean? And really that kind of created this lifelong love of these games, and really kind of really wrestling at the time too, honestly. How do I put it, kind of helped make me a fan of that as well. So that was really impactful to me. There's another one, it's called Marathon, and it was for the original Macintosh, the old operating system before OS 10. And that game was probably one of my earliest experiences with gaming. It was a first-person shooter, kind of similar to Doom. It came out around the same time. It might have come out a little after, I think, but just slightly. And I used to play that with my friend Brian. We would network 2 computers, a laptop and a desktop, together through Apple Talk. And we were just kids, so my dad had to help me figure out how to do that. But that's some of my earliest memories of playing games, and I just remember playing that with them, and it being really impactful and a meaningful thing. And I feel like I'm just repeating myself with the impactful and meaningful thing, but these games really, I spent a lot of time with them, and they really had a big impact on me and my life personally, and made it kind of more of a lifelong pursuit. Because I know some people drop out of, don't really focus on games later in their life, and that's definitely not me. So these are kind of the foundations of what made me into these games, and honestly just what made me the person I am today as well. Which sounds kind of weird, but that is what it is. So I don't think my video is up to par of what Games as Lit did, but I just wanted to give my own input, and that's that. So I hope you enjoyed watching. If you liked it, like it. If you didn't like it, thumbs down it. If you want to see more of it, subscribe. So, because I'm going to be doing more of these. I know I've been around for a while, but I want to do more of these, so I'm going to. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.